Good day, everybody. We are back to Noir, Tales Noir. It's not about Sonic's character Tails in a dark and gritty detective adventure. No, this is the once was called Backbone and is now Tales Noir. And this is Tales Noir and Prelude, which is the sequel, prequel. Is it just called prequel? Yeah, I think prequel is like is what happens when they is that the actual definition of when something comes after the original creation? Yeah, I think so. Because then they otherwise it's just called a continuation. So prequel is the actual word. I don't need any additional quantifiers. But I did watch a little bit of the main story from last time. Luckily, it seems like I phoned in some of the voices here. So like the main character's voice is my voice. It just seems that way, which I think kind of worked because obviously it's the voice I'd have to do the most often. But the twinges that I put on everyone else's voices were not really all that distinctive. So we'll see if I can do better this time around. Or you just continuing on. So anyone who didn't watch the original, Tales Noir was a story where we went looking through. I can't even remember the main plot, what the main through line was, like what we're searching for. Like, oh yeah, it was a disappearing. I think it was a lady disappeared from from a nightclub, and then we went searching for them, and we found the nightclub was actually eating its patrons or something. And then the third act went all Akira. Long and the short, it went into a sort of a genre shift, and I did a full review on it at Flera.com. If you find my profile of Sonius, you can read the whole spiel I did on it. Which is rare that I get to write a thing like that, but I think I had a different take on the thing. I liked it for what it was, and saw it for what it was. Silent Furs. So yeah, does this pick up right where the last one left off? Yeah, no spoilers on that, but I don't think that would be quite possible. Anyways, we're gonna do a new game. Christina Gaslin Plaza, Christina Bludgeworth. That's very Tarantino style font. So we're playing as the criminal lady. So Carissa was the name of the lady in red. Grandpa. Whoa, what is it, Clarissa? Are you okay, Grandpa? Oh, this is Clarissa right here. She's in purple. How is she in purple? I thought this was Grandpa, the guy in the red coat, but no, it's this guy. She's a bear, apparently. I thought she was like a muskrat or something, but now the proportions, it kind of makes sense. Are you okay, Grandpa? Me? Why, of course. I'm more than fine. I'm spending time with my little girl. How could I not be? Okay, what are we doing here, Grandpa? Ah, in Gastown? Well, there's certainly lots to see here. Do you remember the last time we came here? No. Ah, I suppose you wouldn't remember. You were just a little girl back then. Not like you aren't now. You used to chase the geezers. Do you remember that? I don't remember. It was a long time ago, Bella. Years. But even then, you were quite the troublemaker. I remember how one of the shopkeepers got upset with you one day. But you weren't even scared. Why should I have been scared, Grandpa? He was ferocious, hooting and hollering, all worked up, and you didn't even flinch. It's almost like you knew I'd be able to talk him down. How can people always listen to you, Grandpa? They do? I suppose that's right. You see, Clarissa, Grandpa has a lot of friends. All over the city. All sorts of people, big and small. In fact, many of them live right here in Gastown. Do you work here too? No, no, I work with everything, all over the city, but mostly people come to me. Why? Mostly they have problems that they hope I can solve. They ask for favors, or money, and I try to help them out where I can. So you help them? I do my best, Clarissa. That's all anyone can do. Be true to yourself and do your best. That's easy. I'm great at being Clarissa. Is that so? And who is Clarissa exactly? Don't be silly, Grandpa. I'm Clarissa. Oh, why not? There's nothing wrong with being silly every once in a while. In fact, it's a good thing. I'm not silly. I'm Clarissa. Tell me about Clarissa, then. What does she do? What does she like? Big worms. Is that right? How come? They're cool and gross, but cool. Ah, I see. You're something of a worm expert, aren't you? She'll be that expert in putting people to the worms eventually, I suppose. One time I found a worm and it was bigger than my biggest finger. Did you? Go on. Let me see your biggest finger. That's a big worm. Who knows? We'll find some more on the way back home. On a beautiful day today. Oh, it's a beautiful day today, isn't it? It's days like this that you have to cherish. Make no mistake, if you don't, they'll pass you by in a flash, and all you'll remember are rain clouds. I can't wait to grow up so I get to do whatever I want. Huh, is that right? No one told me. Isn't it true? In a way, but there are many things you have to do when you're old too. Not all of it is fun. Boo! It will still be a while until you're old, Clarissa. You still have much ahead of you. Plenty of time to visit you, Grandpa. I'm sure you will. It'll be fun for both of us. Yeah, it'll be amazing. Come into fall, the winds will grow. The twisting branches cups the snow. But spring will free what cold held dear. Give away for one more year. What was that, Grandpa? It was pretty. A poem, Clarissa. One I remember just now. I read it long ago, but it appears to have stuck with me. What made you think of it? The years passing by, Bella. Time itself, I suppose. Tell me, what will you be when you're older? Who do you want to be? Okay, so this is actually going to impact things. Cunning, ambitious, or powerful? I want to be really smart, really clever. I want to be like you, Grandpa. I'll be a big boss. I want people to listen to me. Now, canonically, I think it's going to be number 2, but I'll... I think it's number 2, given what I know about her in the future, but... I think any of them would really work, but I think, like, because they all kind of fall under her paradigm. More so, I think, the second one and the third one, though. We'll do ambitious. Like me, huh? How are you sure about that? It's a lot of work being me. Wouldn't you prefer to have fun? Can I do both? It's difficult, I'll tell you that much. Maybe you'll figure it out, though. You've got a hood head on your shoulders. Thanks, Grandpa. You too, even if it's big. No, Clarissa Bella. Thank you. Now, come on. I shall think it's time for dinner, shall we? Okay. Little lick chops. This is like that YouTuber that's like, to do a prelude, first we have to go back to their childhood. Oh, there's trees. Oh, that's interesting. You aspire to be ambitious when you grow up. So this is like the other two options. And then there's like different things here. So this is Howard. This is Renee, Eli. I don't remember Eli from the first story. I think they were our contact. Use the things to switch positions. Okay. Use this to scroll. I love how Clarissa's um, thing has some generous curves. There's like a center branch. This might be a multi-parter. I didn't know this game was gonna have like a bunch of different branches like that. Again, like the ladies ones is more curvaceous. And it's flat. Interesting. So yeah, this is gonna be a few episodes. I thought this was gonna be like a quick like thing, but it's actually like looks like it's got a. Was Eli already dead? Maybe he was. Maybe it was his old partner. I can't remember. Obviously, if I don't remember him, I do like the art style. Yeah, Renee looks a lot more like just relatively normal lady like in I know in the actual like Tales Noir proper, like she's got like this green coat and looks like a revolutionary kind of. So it's sort of like Howard Lotar. Rock Valley is in its first year. So this is college. Like so it's gonna be sort of like like it's I think it's sort of have like vibes like Shadow the Hedgehog does, like where it's like where you could go depends on what you choose at the start. I take it you were here for opening day. I really want to be here, but had some things come up back home. Oh, that sucks. You didn't miss much, honestly. I was in a sales pitch more than anything. Do I have to empty? I guess I'm here early. I'm here. That I guess empty. I guess I'm here early. That or crooks are out of fashion. So that's like interesting. Like there's little crosstalk. I'm not gonna like read the whole crosstalk out because it's like they're not talking to me. So it's more realistic for me to just like kind of have it chit chat in the background there. They look like rich kids. Can't relate. Wisconsin.
Hiya, hiya.
Oh, hey there, Oh, hey there, fresh face. Are you here to study? You're new, right? I never forget a face. I'm Howard. Nice to meet you.
Hey.
Well, howdy, Howard. It's nice to meet you. I'm Wisconsin, and I'll be your resident assistant. And your best friend, too, if you want one. Could you tell me where my room is? Not just yet. I'm really tired, man. It'll be super duper fun, Howard. Don't worry about it. Just tell me what we're doing then. A scavenger hunt. Why though? It's fun. It lets us catch up and know each other and have fun on campus, like friends. Alright, sure.
Yes, yes, yes. Yay! Alright then. I've hidden two things somewhere in this hallway. One of them is blue and the other one is new.
Blue and new, no other clues.
It doesn't have to be things I've hidden. You can be creative too.
Alright, I'll give this a shot. Something blue, something new. Are you ready for Blue's Clues? Are you ready for Blue's Clues? Enter the hallway. Theodos Rock, the philanthropist, the patron of the arts. Never heard of him. 301. No idea if this is my room. This is 302. Am I staying in this one? Looks like a bunch of notices. Let's see. For sale, history books, never opened. Looking for a roommate, girl preferably. Ask for Asia. Be cute. Print club is looking for new members. Ask for... Huh, looks like they ran out of space. Reminder the lights go out at 10, and so do your speakers. Please. Room 303. Wish I knew if this was my room or not. Nice coat. Looks fairly new to me. End of the hall. Dorm 304. Fingers crossed, but I have no idea. I think I see today's paper there. Is that counts, right? So I have to guess which one it is. The coat's new, but it's probably news. The person who ate my nuts after I left the cloakroom counter call me. Is that a euphemism? Alright, I haven't found the something blue yet. Guess I'm here early, the cloaks are out of fashion. Is that blue? There's something blue on that couch. Not often you get to see one of us in marble. What, raccoons you mean? Love how I have to walk up and down this hall 2 times with my books. Thanks, Wisconsin. You could just like tell me where my thing is, you know? Dorm room. Excuse me. So I can open the locker room and there's something in it, but like... So where is this blue thing? How am I stuck on the opening? Okay. That's weird. Like, why can I not find the blue thing? Nah, I give up.
You really give up, but you just started.
Tell me which room I'm in, man.
Alright, I guess. It's 304, down the hall.
Great. See you, Wisconsin. Like, I literally looked, like, up and down the hall. Like... Theodus Rock. Nice red. Larry. Hey! Hey. That box looks heavy. I don't know how to do Larry. Whose Larry's voice is gonna be? Yeah. Cool. Do you want to put it down or something? Yeah. Okay, cool. Here. Pick which bunk you want while you're at it. Do you have a preference? I was thinking top bunk, but you get to pick. I don't mind. Thanks, man. Plenty of space back here, there. You don't know. You know, once you get rid of all this junk. Gross. Good thing it's empty. Dude. You comfortably begin shuffling your possessions onto the lower mattress, which in turn cushions the gentle weight. Bottom bunk, huh? Perfect. I already had heart set on top bunk. You'll owe me one. I'm Howard, by the way. We'll see about that, Howard. I'm Larry. Good to meet you. What do you think so far? I think about what? University, the dorm, everything. Or did you meet Wisconsin in the hall? The RA, yeah. Did he send you on a scavenger hunt too? What'd you think of it? I just didn't do it. Too tired.
Yeah.
That was an option? Man, I wish I'd known. You had me searching the hall for a tiny note in a newspaper in the trash. That's even later than I thought it'd be. Glad I missed it. Yeah, I guess it's a little corny. I had fun though. Now, tell me something about Howard. About me? Like what? I don't know, man. How come you're here? What are you studying? Oh, I'm majoring in photography. No kidding! That's cool, man. Do you have a camera? Yeah, it's in my box. I almost forgot about the mighty box. Nice, dude. I don't know much about photography, so you'll have to teach me. How come you chose that as your major? Alright, here we go. It's easier than painting. I want to connect people through my art, or I want to show the world for what it is. Now, obviously, I think investigative might be the best one. I don't know if anyone else is here right now. There's 3 people? Because if it's only Ganovo chatting, then I'll probably just pick it myself. Yeah, investigative. For what it is, man, that sounds cool. There's a lot to show for sure. I think our kind has a unique perspective on things too. I got a feeling we're gonna be great friends, Howie. Me too. Me too, man. Fuck yeah! Howie and Larry, roommates extraordinary. Alright, Larry, tell me about Larry. Alright. Well, I'm here to study. You know what? Why? You know what? Why don't you guess? I bet you can't. I bet I can. I dig the confidence. Alright, if you guess right, I get us lunch. Otherwise, you do. Deal? Deal.
Yeah.
Sweet. Go. I don't see any instruments, brushes, or tools in here. Your major is theory rather than practice. A theory of what, exactly? Contemporary art, graphic design, classical arts. Probably classical arts? Ding, ding, ding! You got it, dude! Nicely done!
Here's to hoping the campus place isn't too expensive, I guess.
It's cool, man. Let's split it.
A deal's a deal, man. I'm not gonna let you weasel out of future bets you lose, so I'm not gonna let you weasel out of this one.
Suit yourself, man. You ready to go?
Yeah, sure, I'm starving. Honestly, you want to head out straight away?
Sure, let's go.
Alright, let's get going.
What I am noticing, though, when I'm looking at this, is that there isn't any restriction. Yeah. So it's not like your decisions are going to restrict your future options, because like every single one of these is actually all connected to the next thing. So like there's multiple paths, but like it's not like actually curing. So when I said like so when I earlier said like it's like Shadow the Hedgehog, it's actually absolutely not. It's more like Renee Wilson, April 27th, 1-3. That was, of course, Stepping High by Bravo. This making their 10th consecutive week on the top of the charts. Stellar stuff. Now, before this DJ signs off for the day, it's time for today's stories. Cassius Perth, Minister of Science, announced today that he would be stepping down from his positions after 15 years of service. In a press release, he stated that he was satisfied with the work he had done for the past few years and was looking forward to his retirement. A successor is currently being chosen, and a press release from the headquarters of Ministry, Science City, stated that a suitable candidate would be announced within the week. In other words, locals in the West End are still reeling from the fire that ravaged the entire tenant block last week. Ravaged is right. I went there. There was nothing left but rubble. The fire, which claimed a number of lives, has been reported as an unfortunate accident as a result of a gas leak. The police department has since stated that they will be investigating other at-risk buildings in the area for similar issues and are asking citizens to cooperate. And my editor keeps asking me to finish the article on it. Our thoughts and prayers are with the fortunate souls lost in the fire. That's all for today. This has been Middays with Madison. And next up is Gus and the Steelers with Old Blue. Alright, Renee. That article isn't going to write itself. Get to the office and get to work. Dark pictures. Joke's on you, Lucas. I can't clean your office if you always keep the door locked. Well, if I can toggle all the lights.
Oh, right. I was in the middle of organizing shelves in here. Shouldn't take long.
Drag and drop items.
Hey there, Lizzie. Ready for your meal? There you go, honey.
So, can I leave the door open? Or I can't actually go back to it now.
Alright, let's get this over with.
Gotta organize the shelves, I guess.
Night in Gastown. Took this one while we started dating. I think this is one of Lucas's albums. Not sure why it's here. Nothing but old article clippings in this one. Looks like I've got the apartment myself for another couple of hours. Red pagodas. Shiny. There, much better. This is where it all started. Felt like when I finally had a moment to prove myself. As far as editors go, he's not the worst. I should wrap this up by today. Then again, I said that yesterday too.
Look on the fire's case and run something. You're not a detective, you're a writer. For the other writers style, but people like this will have to push the boundaries of what news is. It's too short to be a perfectionist. Please have it to me by Wednesday. Finally got the terminal set up on your desk. Don't know how to write so fast. Paperwork like this. Fire's case. Here it is, but don't get your hopes up. Sorry to wait on this. Scene statements are that not usually public to see, so they had to strike a lot to protect the lives of the officers. Hopefully it will...
Alright, here's the main report. I just wish so much hadn't been redacted from it.
Suspect's apartment is small, maybe 500 square feet in its poor state. Living conditions are working class, typical of West End. Hallway entry, wallpapers coming off the ceiling. Body was found close to the door. Beaver looks to be in his mid-20s. Mackenzie arrived at the same time as me and inspected the body while I had a look around. Didn't take long. The suspect had 3 bullet wounds, 1 on the abdomen. So, is this a suspect or a victim? Unless, like, this person got killed and was a suspect in something else. 1 in the abdomen, 1 on the torso, 1 on the neck, and the one in the neck is pretty gruesome, but Mackenzie's initial conclusion was that the suspect bled out. Mustn't have been too long on account of all the wounds. I'm guessing Miss Gillianopoulos wouldn't be required to do much of an autopsy. The suspect, Beaver, was wearing pants and suspenders but no shirt. Body stained with blood. There's a fine dusting over the upper torso. Mackenzie tells me it's soot, and I can't argue. The head is similarly blackened by soot or redacted, but it looks like the suspect made an effort to wipe it off. Top left shoulder looks like a burn mark. Mackenzie confirms it, saying it's very recent, probably today. Off to the side, the body is a tire iron, old and rusted. Some of the suspect's blood is pooled onto it, but no splatter. Kitchen is a mess, more soot, more ash, and a large amount of redacted, hovering near the top of the ceiling, making it hard to breathe. Lingering smell of redacted, most likely from the stove. It's gas, alright? There's footprints and soot leading out of the kitchen, but nothing leading in. Tools are scattered around the oven. The hatch of the thing has been screwed off. This is where most of the damage is. We opened some of the window on our way out, but it's going to be a long time before they get the smell of redacted out of here. It's gas. Like, I don't know why you're redacting. Like, this is what's called poor redaction, which is like, oh no, I'm clever, I figured it out. Rest of the apartment is not noteworthy. Small bedroom, almost entirely covered by the bed. Kitchen table and chairs moved to the side of the hall. Bathroom, small and cramped. Nothing of interest in here except the body and the kitchen. Both of those may appear to be closed cases. Addendum 424. Oh, this is really recent. I saw nothing that would have implied that the apartment was a fire hazard, and to the best of my knowledge, resolved the situation to the best of my ability. Here's information. Here's the statement from the first officer. Let's see. Arrest report. 11/2. City's dispatch received an emergency call from a 10th third floor tenant block in West End, citing a domestic altercations as the cause of concern. Additionally, mentioning having noticed smoke from the downstairs apartments. The home of Stonecaster, Beaver mid-20s, and Aroa Allen, Beaver mid-20s. 2 officers, including myself, were dispatched and arrived at the scene at 11:42. Upon arrival, Stone acted with hostility and refused the officers' entry to his home. After hearing sounds of distress from the inside, officer redacted, and I breached the door of the apartment. Stone was wearing only pants and shoes, and his hands and the face were dirtied. The apartment smelled of smoke, and there was a small amount of it coming from the ceiling. Immediately upon entry, Stone began acting in a menacing manner, wielding a blunt instrument in his left hand. Roe was acting hysterically, and all attempts to calm her were met with angry dismissal. Officer Redacted drew his service weapon and asked Stone to step down. During this time, I entered the kitchen to find it in a state of disarray. The oven was opened, and scattered around it were crude tools. The oven hatch was torn from it, and there was a strong smell of electrical and wood burn. At this point, I heard a loud yelp from the hall, followed by a gunshot. I drew my service weapon, entered the hall, and found that Officer Redacted had discharged his service weapon, hitting Stone in the abdomen. Seeing that my partner had been injured, I determined that Stone was still a threat and discharged my service weapon twice. Stone was hit in the chest both times and dropped to the ground. You mean the neck, right? Because it was the neck, okay, there's inconsistencies here already. Roe was in a lot of distress, lashing in a threatening manner, and was taken into custody for impeding a police investigation. Officer Redacted placed a call to dispatch, and we remained at the scene with Roe in custody in the patrol car. The coroner and detectives arrived at 12:09. Our initial statements were taken, and the body was removed from the premises. I saw nothing that would have implied the apartment was a fire hazard, and to the best of my knowledge, solved the situation to the best of my ability. Okay, so... three major problems here. Number one, there was an inconsistency between that report and the first report I read. Number two, actually there's 4 things, but I'll add that to the list. Number two, obviously, like I said, the thing was that there's a fire, and that's very suspicious because the first officer is saying, hey, like, there's a fire, but it doesn't seem like anything would catch fire. So I'm thinking Officer Redacted might have, like, decided to try to hide evidence by burning the place down, maybe? Like, that's kind of a very big jump of conclusion. But that brings me to the next thing. It's like the author who's making this game, which is very meta, also sort of falls under the alignment of being pretty untrustful of power authorities such as this kind of thing. So it would fall in line with the author's line of thinking of these kind of things, I would believe. So anyways, yeah, keep going here. Statement number 2, this is from the cop that stayed in the hallway. So this is Officer Redacted. Officer Redacted was present during the testimony of Officer Redacted and confirmed the events of the report. For clarity, questions pertaining to the first time service weapon was discharged and asked to make up the total totality of the fort. For further information, see number 2241. After I drew my service weapon, an officer redacted left to investigate the remainder of the apartment. Stone, Beaver mid-20s, began making threats and insulting me and my partner. Oh no, the fifis. I asked Stone repeatedly to stand down. When he refused, eventually Stone charged me with a sharp object, stabbing me in the left arm. I discharged my service weapon and hit Stone in the abdomen, causing Stone to back off a few steps. Officer redacted entered the hall after and subdued Stone further. I saw nothing that would have implied that the apartment was a fire hazard and, to the best of my knowledge, resolved the situation to the best of my ability. Fire station debrief. I met Dorsey at the fire station. Good man, very helpful. Can probably trust this report. Okay, so he's probably going to say that there was some shenanigans with the fire, I'm going to guess. Fire chief, city's finest. Type house fires, injuries 25 fatalities. Good gravy. At 13:45 on April 23rd, the fire department was informed of a potential fire in the apartment on West 22 and 2nd Street. Firefighters were deployed at 13:50 and arrived at the scene at 14:12. So that was like an hour 50 minutes after the incident. At an undetermined time prior for arrival, a large explosion on the second floor, later confirmed to be an ignited gas leak, exasperated the situation and deployed firefighters took necessary steps to evacuate the building. After the explosion, the fire was centralized in the first and second floor, with the third in the process of being engulfed. The fire was contained to the single building, and the efforts to put out the fires went on until 16:55, at which time it was considered mostly contained. The efforts continued until 18:45, at which point the fire had been extinguished completely. The entire area was sectioned off, and searching for survivors and victims of the fire continued until 1400 on the 24th, with additional damage control and sectioning being done at 11:05 on the 25th. The area is considered completely secured and will be reopened for demolition on the 30th. There were no smoke detectors in the house. Original notice. From what Wayne told me, his original write-up got so edited he felt weird about putting his name on it. Oh. Original notice. Fire in the West End claims innocent victims on West End. A fire erupted in an apartment building in West End yesterday, claiming the entire building in its wake. Although some tenants were successfully evacuated, many lives were lost during the disastrous fire. Exact number of fatalities are yet to be discovered as the efforts are ongoing to search the remains of the buildings. Thanks to the city's finest, however, the fire was kept to a single building and no further damage was done to the surrounding buildings. So we have a number of fatalities here now. Alright, well, I think that's it. Oops. So how do I leave? Ah, Q.
Hi.
Where's Lucas? Keep staring at the screen like that and your eyes are gonna go square. Hey, hon. Caring, logical, or driven? I'm moving towards logical or driven. Like, Renee in the original story didn't, like, set me as somebody who was too caring. They were more driven. Like, maybe not even logical. Like, like obviously they're all three characteristics are good ones. I think driven might be the best one. Cause like, if I recall in the actual Tales Noir, like, she ends up like moving things forward pretty strongly, but not always with care or logic. Yeah. Hey babe, give me a second, alright? Take your time. Take your time. Have you been at the terminal? At that terminal all day? Mm-hmm. Are you getting anywhere? I think I'm getting a decent picture of things, yeah. Just to clarify, this is what I think it is, right? The West End fire, yeah. Yeah, how's your investigation going? Didn't you say that your edit guy was asking for it earlier? He wanted something more basic. Edit guy, it's an editor, Lucas. His name is Wesley. I'm sorry for not being much of the reading sort, Your Highness. Let's not keep Wesley waiting then. Walk me through it. Let's figure it out right now. Where should I start? Let's start at the beginning. Tell me how about the fire. There were 2 calls about it, right? Where did it start? It never really said in Stone's apartment. Did it? This is where the fire... Ah. Crime scene report. Living in conditions of working class. Body was found close to the door. So this was taken at 4:23 at 12:15. Top left shoulder looks like burn mark. His back is his head is similar. There's no dusting. Was wearing pants and suspenders, no shirt. Body stained with blood. Fine dusting in the upper torso. One to the neck. Kitchen is a mess, more soot, more ash, and a large amount of hovering near the top of the ceiling, making it hard to breathe. Bringing smell like gas, most likely from the stove. The footprints. So, yeah, it started from his thing. Yeah. I saw nothing. Addendum 424. I saw nothing that would have implied the apartment was a fire hazard, and to the best of my... Wow. So they addendum that. It's also kind of weird if you're trying to hide that, like, that you would add it as an addendum. Like, why not just, like, add it to the report without the note of it being an addendum? Like, this one was made on 423 at 12:15. Yeah, and this is when this report was made on 424. So like they're corroborating post situation. You know what? I'm gonna go for it. It was Stone's apartment. And how do you know that exactly? Are you sure, or are you just lumping to conclusions? The oven in Stone's apartment was a fire hazard. But do we know for certain that's where it started? Where else would it have been? I don't know. I'm just saying that because something seems likely doesn't mean it's what happened. I'm pretty convinced, Lucas. Alright, then, when did the fire start? Probably at the 1:45. Because, like, the person... Because the report was made at noon. And that's when he noticed that there was smoke and stuff. And how do we know that again? The building wasn't on fire when the cops showed up. The building wasn't on fire when the cops showed up, Lucas. Fair enough. Alright, at least when we have a general time frame of when the fire started. Anything else that comes to mind about it? Just one more thing. There was one thing, yeah? The first emergency I mentioned smoke, but only cops showed up. There were no records of who made the second call. The cops saw signs of a fire but didn't alert the fire department. All the police reports have the same passage at the end. All the reports on the same as. I know that looks weird, but I'm pretty sure that's just standard procedure. There's usually some legal jargon that needs to be on the statements to cover all bases. Didn't sound like legal jargon to me. Anything else? That was not true. There are no records of who made the second call. Is that true? I don't know. I can't conclude that. The first emergency call made mention of smoke, but only cops showed up. That's not true. I don't think. And that's not true. That might be true? I can't look at the computer again. Alon's like, oh no. Yeah, we're playing this now. We're playing the Prelude. I don't think there is a record of who made the second call. We usually don't admit that. Maybe it was done as a payphone something anonymously. Or maybe it was omitted this time. Anything else? I think that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, I know you're interested in this part, so let's go over it. Tell me about when the cops showed up. Stone didn't want to let them in. That's usually the case. No one likes having cops showed up uninvited, much less have enter their homes. Was there a reason for the officers to be suspicious? Stone was antagonistic. Like I said, Renee, most people are a little wary of police showing up. It makes them worry they've been done something wrong, and if they have, they tend to get pretty worked up. You don't think that was reason enough?
Ugh.
I'm not sure yet. The cops get in eventually, right? They did. And how did they enter? They forced Stone to open it? Forced him? That does sound strange. Are you sure you're remembering that right? Maybe not. Alright, well, either way, they get in. What's the reaction from Stone and his partner? Stone was hostile. Well... no, he was hostile. That checks out, yeah? In what way? He insulted them. Actionable, but not cause a use of force, unless he was incredibly vile, I suppose. Then what happened? They investigated the kitchen. Oh, right, I remember that part. The first officer goes in the kitchen, hears a yell, and comes back. Do we know what precisely do we know precisely what happened in the hall during that time? Stone attacked the second officer. The second officer shot Stone. Second officer shot Stone. Just like that? I find that hard to believe, Renee. I suppose, according to the premise, it's self-defense after... I should have checked the terminal. Like, I don't remember him talking about escalation, other than, like, the insults. Backbone Zero, call it by its Christian name. Yeah. Right. Does the report specify how? Like I said, he insulted and threatened the cop, then attacked. Oh, right. And with what? A blunt instrument? Alright. He came at them with a weapon, and they responded with force. I'm sorry, but this is all according to protocol. Doesn't mean I have to like it. Me neither. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
You going okay? The whole thing, this whole case, it's a lot, isn't it? It's okay. I've seen worse.
Well, try not to get used to it, Renee. It's not healthy. Chips away at your sanity. What about you? What do you make of it? I think it's an awful case. I think it's horrible. But I also think that you're looking for something that isn't there. And maybe you're looking for someone to blame. It's not about blame, it's about those officers being held accountable for what they did. Maybe sometimes, but it's not an easy job. These are people that put their lives on the line every single day and have very little thanks for it. Stone got even less. I know you want to believe the best in people, Renee, I understand. But Stone, as far as we can tell, attacked an officer, and that's that. I just don't see it. Hey, let's order dinner, alright? You've had a long day. I've had a long day. Let's just step away from this a bit, okay? Step away? Lucas, this is important. Listen, I'll go take care of dinner and you focus on what you need to do. However I can help, I will, alright? Oh, fine. Alright, thanks. Ooh. So, unfortunately, like, the problem is there's a difference between, like, understanding what a report is saying and then trying to figure out how to convince somebody else of that information, and that's always a tough thing to do. The thing to me that was suspicious that I wish I could, like, if I had freeform ability to speak to the person is like, look at the addendum here, like when I said, like, it doesn't seem like legal covering their ass. It's like, here's the coroner's report, here's the police report. Like, the police report says I shot him in the abdomen twice, in the hip once, and like the coroner's report says once in the freaking neck, right? An abdomen shot is not a neck shot, okay? That's just suspicious number one. Suspicious number two is that the coroner's addendum a day later that correlates with the cops' addendums, or the cops' statements, right? So it's like, come on. But I apparently screwed up the conversation in that. But we continue. Sometimes life works that way. It's real noir. L.A. Ababa, somewhere outside the city walls, August 14th. This is like 3 months later. And before back... I mean, I think of Star Fox Zero, not to be too topical. Oh, is he the guy in the tent? Journal. August 14th. Still alive, believe it or not. No signs of radiation poisoning in either of us. We've been hit by a dust storm, however, but it has been manageable, and far from dangerous as we would have believed. It's almost as if we're being guided by a shepherd's staff. Never believed in that stuff, but this goes beyond mere luck. According to George, no team at HQ is sent beyond the wall has ever returned alive. Oh, no, is this the guy who was guarding the artifact? Before basically, spoilers on the first thing, we encountered the artifact, basically. Best not to think about that, though. I think he's just messing with me. There's been no recording of it. Sun's been harsh lately. It's been a chore to get any work done during the day. That being said, I'm enjoying the field work. You really don't stray too far from the dig site. That's plenty of work to do. Promising work. Promising, but slow. We made something of a breakthrough at the start of the week, but we're still working on the pods. Once we manage to crack them open, we'll know what we're dealing with. The video game here. Basically, there was a case that we were reading before you jumped on, Summer. They didn't give us much. They didn't give us much during our briefing. Just a mountain of gear, some coordinates, and an instruction to dig. Still, no idea what they're expecting us to find. Whatever it is, George is eager to dig it up. He's out there right now. Today's the day, he told me this morning. He's been saying that all week. I really think the disappointment's starting. I'm never not used to him being that optimistic. I doubt George and I would ever given each other the time of day outside of work, but I'm grateful to have his expertise. It's hard to tell if the feeling is mutual. Progress aside, the past few days have been strange. George mentioned a low hum from the dig site, and we're both been feeling unexplainably uneasy. I think our goal. So we have idealist. I think our goals as redacted as a coach, realist. More likely than not, we've been out here too long, and we're starting to get a little funny. We say the wasteland is supposed to be riddled with radiation. I'm surprised we're still alive, to be honest. We'll go idealist. We'll be fine. After this sprint, we'll be able to sample the dig and continue with sterilization. I wonder who the last person to see what we're seeing. The metal covers and signage is familiar enough. This is probably a research facility or an outpost at the very least. Weirdly familiar in a way. I'm not sure how high in standing we'll be when we return. I suppose that hinges on what we bring back with us. But maybe we'll have enough to sway to look into some more classified records in Science City. Fingers crossed. I almost forgot. I had a look of some of my previous journal entries. We've come so far and learned so much. I'm astounded by this place, to be frank. It's not every day that you get to be at the forefront of discovery. Whatever we find, I can't help but think it's of great significance. I'm just happy to be along for the ride. Suddenly a shiver runs up your spine and you press the pen firmly on the journal page. Somewhere outside your tent you swear you can hear George crying out for you. Another scream, more desperate this time. He sounds distressed. George, what's going on? Where are you, George? I'm coming. George? Are you alright? Water tanks. Roomba's starting to eat your feet while you're watching. That's great. We can keep those on. So much stuff. We don't have everything we need. I'd kill to eat some fresh meat. Be happy to never touch another shovel in my life. Can you at least pick up a pickaxe so that we know? Somehow it becomes a harmless word given where it came from. I mean, we make worse words, right? Should be careful. Most of what's in here has been exposed to the elements for a way long time. It's moving, Eli. It's fucking moving.
Moving.
Don't just stand there. We need to deal with this before it gets out. Come on, man.
You opened the pod?
I'll tell you later. For now, help me get this thing contained.
What do you do? What do we need?
When I saw it wriggling, I panicked and doused it with cooling spray. It recoiled and retreated back into the pod, so that might do the trick. Then again, I don't want to open it again unless we have to. We've got some containment pods stacked somewhere. Grab them as fast as you can.
First things first, we need to get that contained. Don't go anywhere. Some of our friends have been finds have been eerily familiar. Nothing conclusive so far. Strange. Whatever has been in here long rotted and deteriorated. Shame. So I'm wondering if this is like the post. If this is not a prelude. But then again, it's like maybe this is how they found the quote-unquote artifact, too. It could be the past. Supplies. Both packed and unpacked. Containment pods. I'm coming, George. Can I run?
Can you run faster than a brisk walk? What the fuck are you waiting for, Eli? Hurry up!
Here, take this container.
Okay, I'm gonna twist it open again. And when I do, I'm gonna need you to hold the container still. I'll twist it, drop it, and you shut it. You got it?
You twist it, drop it, and I shut it. Got it.
Here it goes. You better be ready. Twisting it. Now, go! There, got it. Got it. Let me check the pressure. Good. It's still in there.
You sure it's completely contained?
Yeah. These things are state-of-the-art. Airtight, pressure-proof. You put something in there and it's never coming out unless you want it to.
Nice moves.
You too. We did all right. It's contained now.
What now? Should I play this? Well, I hate it. I don't know. We just started like an hour ago. I mean, obviously, I think if you like the first one, obviously, I would play like content for it, right?
Same as always, I guess. We log it. You should probably give HQ a call after that. I don't know.
You doing okay?
I'm fine. I just need to process.
Think that's what we're supposed to find?
I don't know if it was. I wonder if they have just sent... I wonder if they would have just sent us too. Go on, give them a call. I need a breather.
Take it easy, okay? Grits grind between the aluminum frame and the plastic dial as you begin to turn it. The dial itself is loosened slightly, having been gnawed at by the arid waste that surrounds you. Instinctively, you recall the frequency, 94.6. All that's required is a slight twist of the wrist, and the dial rotates to its usual orientation. Hissing builds up, and soon enough, a metallic beep whistles through the treble-heavy speakers. That's your cue.
HQ, HQ. This is Eli of Dig Site 06. Come in, HQ. We've got something to report. Over.
This is HQ. We read you loud and clear. What's your status? Over.
We found something.
Copy that. Site 06. Please describe the finding.
We found some sort of artifact. Very responsive to stimuli, possibly organic in nature. HQ, do you read me?
Does it appear to be sentient?
Hard to say. Its behavior is certainly erratic. Hello?
Stand by for further instructions. Over and out.
Copy that.
Something tells me the thing going off to the left is not the best thing. Clarissa, I didn't get an opportunity. Failed to convince Lucas. Clarissa Bloodworth, The Church of the Shepherd, age 17. Okay, that's pretty badass. Aw, poor granddad.
Many times my congregation has asked me, what is the greatest teaching of the shepherd, Father? Each time I give them the same answer. Rebirth, I say. That which was old will be young. That which was frail will be strong. That which was dying will live. But I tell them, it will not be a life as they know it. No night, nor days, no rain or storms. No streets, nor houses. Nothing fun at all, in fact. A dance eternal, so that we, like he did, may walk through green hills, fly through the blue sky, and dive into the deep sea. Is that what you're doing now, Grandpa? Clarence Bloodworth was a steadfast pillar of the city. All who knew him say so. A man most reliable, unwavering, he offered advice, and tirelessly he saw the work that needed doing.
No, the best part about you is your sense of humor.
It takes a certain kind to grow so influential and so respected, while remaining as modest as he did. He knew, my herd, that the blood of the shepherd came first. They wasted too much of your time, Grandpa. A strong man is he who knows his place in the herd, and none was stronger than Clarence. What am I doing wrong, Grandpa? Why can't I find my place? Today, Clarence Bloodworth, in the presence of your loved ones, we shall burn your remains. Today we set you free. May the flame of the shepherd release you. That you may tread on green hills. Soar in the blue sky, and dive in a deep and boundless sea. Now a moment to bask in the light of the flame. We thank you, shepherd, and we thank you, O great apes, who in his absence spread his word and will. Our faith is our flame, our light and our warmth. Thank you. The altar is lined on all sides by flowers, gifts, and letters of condolence. At the center, rising above everything else, lies the white-clad body of Clarence Bloodworth, your grandfather. Look at the portrait. His eyes are warm and gentle, even in the now discolored picture. Also, instinctively, with concern, you search the crowd for signs of your father. He's not here. Each letter of condolence seems more intricate than the last. Beautiful fonts and tasteful designs, all sporting the same stock lines. What they lack in emotion, they make up for in expense. Hey. Your eyes fixate on his, even now, still and lifeless. They seem warm and reassuring, a faded presence of which you're now becoming painfully aware. They're gonna burn everything? Ah, that's a good question. I mean, it looks like they're about to. Looks like Scar. Is Scar here? And in the apes he saw the wisdom, their knowledge, and their piety. And so he anointed them with the will and command as his foremost followers, for all others to bow to. Again, the art style is just like they like this aesthetic is so freaking good. Like, and especially in like intricate scenes like this. Furthermore, I believe we are owed. Oh, hello, Miss Bloodworth. Our condolences. Now, if you would excuse us. Sorry, of course. I'll just slide past you. Don't push and shove, child. We're discussing important things. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. In regard to the priorities in the tops, we'll have to... Please just move aside. I'm trying to get past you. Shush! Children these days, I swear. And in the church of all places. Don't recognize any of these people. I wonder if Grandpa would have. And they beheld from within the summit of the great flame a heart upraised with the righteous wisdom and fury, and they knew, and they yielded to him. She's just a dumb kid. Nothing to worry about. Shut your face, she's coming. Sorry for your loss, Clarissa. Two loons per candle. Of course, wouldn't be a church if they didn't make a profit. I mean, they do make profits. Am I right? Or am I right? So a church, they either make profits or they make a profit. You know? But he afforded them light, a path eternal, and the great beyond. Come, spoke the shepherd, this all I bequeath to you, and my one I ask of you is that you follow.
Mm-hmm.
Clarissa, my child, my condolences on your loss. Your grandfather was a good man. Thank you for the sermon. It was my honor. Your grandfather had tremendous respect for tradition, and much in the same way the ministry and I have great respect for him. Grandpa never struck me as a religious man, but a man of tradition that he was, and ultimately those two are so intertwined they will as may not be a distinction. These are the jokes, yes. The joke wasn't that bad. Come on. I mean, it's true. The church either makes profit or a profit, you know? I see. Can I ask you something else, Father? Yes. I'll leave it to you, Father. A maelstrom of emotion swells up you as you approach the office. Seeing the body up close is difficult in many ways. None of these people cared. I want to make them leave. There's no answer. The sun seeps through the stained glass window, and the altar almost appears like a podium. That's your spot, Grandpa. I can't take your place. No one can. Where's that ambition? The emptiness of the altar emits a sense of energy, almost as if it's beckoning you to fill the void. Maybe this is the way to go, after all. You take a few uncertain steps until you find your stride and place yourself in a speaking position. One or two people steal a glance at you, but their attention quickly fades. Can I have your attention, please? A few faces in the crowd turn towards you, a mixture of confusion, disdain, and amusement. Thank you for coming. I'm sure my grandfather would love to be happy to see you all here. The crowd almost moves almost as one, but you spot a few heads nodding in agreement. More people seem to begin to listen to your speech. It's been good to see my father's receive the respect he deserved even in death. A solemn nod spreads across a sea of faces. Most seem to agree, but a few are unsure of what you're trying to say. If you are in fact personally invited, you know what's next. A scoff emerges from the crowd, and many of the guests present their invites to each other. Some, however, do not, and instead pass you an angry glance. That's all, now fuck off! No. Have a pleasant day. As you finish your speech, a flustered cacophony of voices begin to grow before fading out into the street. Clarissa, I'd like to make it clear that I, along with the ministry, decide when the service is over. I understand this is a difficult occasion for you, but you can't simply proclaim things as you choose. It seems to me like I can. I mean to say it isn't appropriate. Please refrain from doing so in the future. Does that sound reasonable for you? I'll consider it. See you later. The moaning murmurs of the crowd seem to fade into the background as you approach the altar. I hope you don't mind that I called an end to the funeral. You suddenly feel eyes on you as if the room is staring. You turn quickly to look. No one returns your gaze. How well did you know all these people? There's that feeling again. Stares pointed like spears towards you, like a phalanx of eyes scraping your back. In front of you, however, there is nothing. Even your grandfather's portrait now seems like nothing more than ink and paper. Grandpa? You turn again to see the church begin clearing out. Somewhere in the back, you spot a familiar face looking back at you, like a lit beacon in a sea of strangers. It's a warm and friendly face, and not your father's. Grandpa? The words feel heavy and loud as they pass your lips. There is no response. I see you wasted no time asserting yourself, Clarissa. These people don't care about him anyway. That's unfair, Clarissa. Many of them knew your grandfather. They were colleagues, friends. I sure wish it was just us here. Just family. I know,
yeah.
Clarissa. I do too. Have you seen Dad? Carlo is going to be the leader of the family now, Clarissa. I'm sure he had to go to attend certain matters. Certain matters? I'm not a child, Clemens. I know what you're talking about, yet I don't think you do. You don't seem very sad, Uncle. There's a lot in motion right now. Gaps to be filled, scores to be settled. Doesn't leave me with much time to myself or my own thoughts. Sorry, that must be hard. Don't you worry about me, sweetie. You got plenty on your own plate. Keep a level head and focus on that. What did you think of the funeral? Very somber, very traditional. I'm afraid I can't participate as much as I'd like, or should, in occasions like this. Business will always be business. We live and we die. Throughout all of it, there's always someone who stands to gain something. So we'll need to be on top of things? I do. For now, you take this time for yourself, Clarissa. Focus on yourself and family. Speaking of family, where is my father? Outside. Said there were things that needed to be dealt with. I don't doubt it. His own plans, I'm sure. Could be. He'll be running the family, Clarissa. He'll need to show some respect. Oh, I'll show him something. Not sure this is a good time. You should save it for later, Clarissa. No, I need to talk to him. And I don't think you should. I'll see you outside. I hate how ridiculous I look in this thing. Can't wait to get it off. The bear father. I mean, Mr. Big did have a bunch of polar bears on his thing. Oh gosh, yeah, they were in like suit and ties and everything. She's a beauty, isn't she? Want me to roll down the windows for you? Uncle, what's my father up to? He's managing some new people for a venture. Don't bother him right now, okay? He's emotional. What am I supposed to do then? Now, reception, I suppose. Food and a glass of wine. You're old enough to drink, aren't you? Come on, I'll drive you there. I don't really have an appetite right now. First, you should always have an appetite. If there is food you eat, it's just common sense. Like the way you think, Uncle. Ha! Now to my other point. Dinner is much about food as it is about family. I know you may not be in much of a talkative mood, but having family around is good for the soul. Soothes the morning. And yet some of us seem to be mourning less than others. Leave it, Bella. Now come, let's head to the reception. Alright, don't do anything stupid. I'll be waiting for you here. Who cares if they don't want us pushing on their streets? The money we gave to Gastown is worth more than all the favors that old man was able to eke out of Thedos and the rest of his rich friends. Dad? The old man wanted to be loved by these manor-borns. So bad he was willing to leave money on the table. And I tell you, boys, that cash is stacked. Dad. From now on, no territories off limits. You tell the earners that we... Clarissa, what did I tell you about speaking up on me like that? Let's... Keep going. Pretend I'm not here. But yet, don't be here. Now beat it. I want to listen. I'm not going to tell you twice. Don't test my patience, Clarissa. I have some ideas about your next move. Write it in your diary, Den. Men are talking. I can make this business stronger. Heh, it's very cute, Clarissa. But start with a lemonade stand, then work your way up. Why should I? You never had to. What was that? You think 'cause we're in public I'm not gonna take shit from my own daughter? You heard me. You're throwing away all the connections Grandpa made. And for what? A few extra dealers on the street? That's it. You listen to me, you little shit. I'm the boss of this family. I am the Bloodworths. What I say goes, and I'm giving you one last chance. Do you hear me? Don't test me, Clarissa. I'm dead serious here. Now here's what happens next. You take a deep breath. You're gonna look me in the eye and you're gonna say, I'm sorry, Daddy. I don't know what came over me. And you're gonna mean it. Capiche? Capiche. Now repeat after me. I'm sorry, Daddy. Clarissa, I'm doing you a kindness here. Don't push me. Go on. I'm sorry, Daddy. Fine, I'm sorry.
What?
I don't know what came over me. I don't know what came over me. Okay. Now get the fuck out of my sight. I've got work to do. Ready to go? Let's go. Alright, get in. I'll roll down the windows for you. So there was another option there? That's interesting. I didn't know that was gonna be I didn't know that was gonna be the option where it's there's another way I could have left that place, I guess. That's interesting. Is there a way I could have left with the father? Who knows? Hmm. Our loader. University dorm, second year. Sophomore, baby.
Huh?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! You're telling me you've never heard of the Cuddle Boys? The Who? No, not the Who, the Cuddle Boys! Come on, they're two different bands. We're listening to it right now, man. This is them, the Cuddle Boys. Yeah, the album? Yes! Yeah, the Cuddle... Oh, neat. I mean, I got other stuff too. If you don't like them, it's not a massive collection by any metric, but I feel like got a pretty good mix going. You only have one Cuddle Boys album? So far, man, the albums aren't exactly cheap, you know? Worked my ass off to scrounge up enough money for the few I have. Got any new stuff? Experimental stuff? Like weird jazz kind of stuff? I don't really vibe with the avant-garde stuff, but I've got Smooth Nicky album that's pretty chill. You would think somebody who's into like I would think that like if he's into like historical classical art, I would think he'd have more like classical music choices going, but I guess like pop is sort of classical at this point because I'm old. Sounds. What else do you have? Go see for yourself, man, and put on another record. Now, aren't we still listening to the Cuddle Boys? Well, yeah, but we can do that every single minute of every single day. I want to hear what Howard wants to hear from this particular minute on this particular day. Alright, I'm on it. Turn off the lights. Can I like turn off all the lights? Make it look dark as heck in here. Couldn't ask for better dorm neighbors than Fija and Live.
Hey.
Yo, Howie. Was that the Cuddle Boys you guys are blasting? Are you a fan? Wouldn't go that far, but they're pretty sick. If I'm at your party and someone puts a strike when hot, you won't hear me complaining. Strike when hot is my favorite too. Fuck yeah, it is. I haven't heard much else, but what I've heard still slaps. It slaps balls. You good, dude? Why would you say slaps balls? Oh, hey, Howard. I heard you and Larry jamming out some tunes in your dorm. Were you being too loud, Wisconsin? Oh, no, not at all. Just a little bit. So, if you could turn it down a little bit, that'd be great. But you're not being loud at all. Don't worry. So, are we being loud or not? No, but yes, if you don't mind, can you turn it down? But you don't have to, but please do. Sure thing, Wisconsin. Sorry. This is always the weird thing about RIs, you know? Tony Rue. Oh, come on. Yeah, Tony Rue slaps. You okay? Game. You know which one I'm gonna pick now. It's like I can't even look at any others. Like Smooth Nikki. All right, that's pretty smooth stuff. Well, it's Smooth Nikki, of course. Luna Hong, Hurtful Nothings. You forced my hand, game. Like I can't pick any of the other ones. No, it sucks. Sorry. Sorry, Tony. You looked like a rocking guy, and now you sound like a weird, like, doesn't know, Alright, well, no, sorry. Not my jam. Love the aesthetic, though. Love what you're doing there. Alright, let's try this one. Let's see what the vocals are before I decide or not. Long intro. I'm just curious what the last one is. I'm glad I could preview all three of them. It's a good one. I like it. Probably the best one for me voice acting and doing things, though, is probably going to be the middle one. Like, the interesting thing is, like, I didn't care for, like, the Rue one. It's like, the instrumentation was decent, but, like, when he started singing, I'm like, there's something... It's a little, like, Maybe I'll listen to it one more time, and maybe I'll give it a second chance. But I think, like, if I hear the voice again, I'll... Yeah, no. No. It's weird because it's like there's no intro, and it's like it's just kind of sudden, and it's like it seems like I'm in the middle of a song and not actually listening to the song. Bowie, Streisand, or jazz. We'll do jazz for now. I'm surprised they don't let you do the boys one again, but I guess that's what this one is with the guys with the jackets. He's got 4 albums. Yeah, this is back when music was like you had to buy like a whole physical disc. So yeah, you really had to be more persnickety about what you listened to. Which, you know, it's like, in my opinion on these things, like, I really do think that, like, it really forced you to pick your identity. You know what I mean? Like, if you were forced to, like, buy an album, like, you really had to make a decision on what you were leaving out of your music collection. But you have access to, like, all the different, like, genres and styles now, and it's fine to kind of, like, get involved in, like, the concept of it, but, like, I think that at some point, like, you should buy a physical album of things that you do like. If, like, I was like, oh, I really, really like this one, like this group of songs by this one artist, and like you go for it, right? And like I think that missing out on that step of it kind of like makes it so things are a little bit more monogamous, I guess. You've suffered enough. You don't like the jazz. Slipping all over the place. Nice call, Howie. Perfectly chill music. Just something to vibe to while we talk about stuff. Stiller, my dude. This is how life should be, you know? Hanging out with your best friend, drinking beer, and listening to music. When we get out of here, we can take it to the next level. When we get out of here? Yeah, man, when all this is over. University, I mean. When we leave and real life begins. Can't wait for it. Feel like I'm just treading water until then. I feel the same way soon, man. We'll get out into the city, find some solid ground within the wall, something to stand on, to build on even. I believe, though, you and me will make it. Build what exactly? What should we do?
Huh?
I don't know, man. I haven't gotten that far yet. We'll figure it out. Maybe, yeah. Nah, we will. And if we don't, we'll make something up. Do it well enough to believe it. Until we come up with something better. You and me put our heads together and we'll come up with something great.
Huh?
Shit, you and me put our heads together and we might even get laid, you loser. I can get laid whenever I want to. I just don't really want to. Heh. It's okay to not be that smooth. No shame in it. You just need practice. Oh, wow. That was thunder. Shit. Oh, that was pretty sudden and striking. I don't know if I should be streaming right now. Wait, is that hail? Hold on a second, let me check the weather here. I did see like rain and thunder on the weather this afternoon, which is why I mowed the lawn this morning, but didn't know it was gonna be like boom. I do have like a it says thunderstorms, but looks like it's gonna be intense and short. Luckily, my car is in the garage. You think you can do it better? Hey man, just because I don't go out seeking romance doesn't mean I don't understand it. It's just not for me. That's just who I am, dude. So you're saying I don't get romance either?
No.
No, dude. I'm saying you're a terrible flirt. You need practice, experience. You need to get out there. To do what? Reconnaissance? Look, here's an idea. I propose a bet. Let me guess. You want to bet on how awful I am at flirting? Bingo! Called it. What are the terms?
Hey,
You head out in the hallway, find someone you like, and flirt. That's all. You do good, you win. You do poorly, you lose. Deal? What do I win? Well, the main purpose is practice and bragging rights. I'll let you have that. And what do I stand to lose? Besides your temporary dignity, you'll have to suffer through a series of escalating I told you so's for the next week and a half. Sound good? Alright, sure, let's do it.
Oh, man.
Sweet. Alright, man, no time to lose. And don't stress out so much. Wish me luck, dude. No leisure shoot, Larry. You guys have to start turning it up, man. If you're playing Smooth Nicky in there, you gotta share the vibe with the rest of us. Oh yeah, we're just keeping it down. You like Smooth Nicky too? Hey, I'll be honest, man. It's not my first pick. That said, it's good stuff. Perfectly chill party music, you know. Yeah, I dig it. Cool, cool. I wanted to talk to you something, by the way. Sure, what's up? Is it just me, or is the dorm weirdly empty today? Nah, it's about right. I've been vibing in the hallway for a while now, and it's pretty dead. Why, are there any big events going on? If there were, I'd be there. As far as I know, there's nothing. Everyone's back visiting to visit family and stuff. Got any friends in the other dorms? What dorms, man? Everybody in the arts facility shares the same one. How else would I end up with the nerds for neighbors? Besides, there's no reason to go to the other dorms. I'm not about to go chill out with a bunch of math students. Makes sense. Can I ask you about something else? Sure, what's up? Niles. You could just say Niles, Howard. You could just say hi, Niles, or hello, or anything. Probably, yes. Can I ask you about some stuff? Yup. You never talk much. What's your deal, Niles? My deal? Stay true in making art. You don't strike me as this painter and sculptor, though. You do design, right? Graphic design. Sharp, observant, Howard. Nah, you just have a certain vibe.
Okay.
That's intentional. So, do you enjoy graphic design? Sure. And what's so enjoyable about it? Design is inherently primal. It's a natural language that speaks directly to instinct. It bypasses verbal tradition and going into the realm of deeper signals and symbols. So you enjoy the psychological aspect. Yes, and it's like sanding down something to its core, its purest essence, without notations. You have to understand people to reach that point. So clarity through understanding. Yes, you have to study it. Literally everything. You have to have as a design to it. Everything has a bias, a purpose. There is no neutrality. Nothing is vanilla. So your work's always going to be an expression of you. Yes, always. Agree to disagree. Yep. What do you make of the university? Underfunded, overcrowded. We're a cultural talking point and a ticked box on an informational pamphlet used to impress people. That's what I think. I mean, sticking it right to the point, you know? Then why are you still here? Because I care about the craft. The art itself. Location and circumstance are secondary to the purpose of a potential effect and process itself. So you're working under crappy conditions. Yes! There's no money or care going into our programs. Our facility here is here because it looks good on paper to have a cultural institution within a university. That's it. That's a really cynical perspective, Niles. Not at all. It's realistic. I'm not going to kid myself about what this place is. Any denial of the reality of the situation is just a step back for me and anyone else as artists. It is the restrictiveness of circumstance that creates creativity. That's why rich people aren't creative. Ah! I should signify that. Rich people are less likely to be creative because they can just usually buy their way out of problems instead of having to solve problems with items they behold that they have because they have less resources. You have to be a little more creative with things. Though, obviously, having resources can help you bolster your creativity if you do have it. So it is sort of like a thing. Not at all. It's realistic. I'm not going to... You're right. You can't pretend this place is something you're not. As long as both teachers and students care about the craft, the circumstances don't matter. Of course they do! You don't get it, Howard. A place funded with no regard for artistic talent, integrity has no reason to foster it. My professors aren't taking away my desire to create, Niles. As long as it is aligned with that, as long as it is in line with what the university considers acceptable? No, of course not. Try to stray from that and see what happens. I'll bear that in mind. Maybe I will. Sure, you have my support. Appreciate it. Yep. I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm not flirting with you. Am I gonna flirt with Wisconsin? Oh, God. So I think only Ganovo's really here, but other people might be here. So I guess you guys can weigh in on like which of the three I should flirt with. Obviously, I think Freya is the canon one. I don't dig Niles myself. I mean, he is a nice looking character, but like, gosh dang, like his philosophy is ugh. I like your outfit. I mean, that's true. It's the only thing he's got going. Hey, Howie, what's the... Hey, Howie, what's the haps? Not much. How about you? Me? I'm not... I'm just going over some building regulations. Keeping things in check. Making sure everything's alright. You know, just Wisconsin stuff. Can you explain Wisconsin stuff? Yeah, you know, looking at the dorm, making sure you kids stay out of trouble. I don't know why I said that. I'm the same age as you. Please don't think I'm old. I'm just messing with you, man. Yeah. Anything else I can help you with? Me and Frasia's the coolest there by huge margins. That's true. Flirting with a dork is kind of funny, though. Did I accidentally, Oh, I accidentally hit the wrong thing. Excuse me while I disappear. Is there people in the foyer? Oh, someone's spray painting out in the main hall. Goodness. Oh, Sam, I'm really sorry. Don't know what came over me. That goes a lot worse than when it's empty. Kind of want to shout something. I didn't do it on purpose. I tried to hit the escape button or like back out of the conversation button, but I ended up hitting the accidentally hit the flirt button. I want to talk to you about something. Sure, what's up? I think we should come up with a new name for our dorms. Ha! Dormitory 06B not good enough for you? A nice catchy name like that? Got any ideas? Everyone here is depressed and anxious. Lean on to that. Well, duh, Howard. That's why we're studying art in the first place. What's your pitch then? Honestly, Dormitory 06B is already the most depressing thing I can think of.
Yep.
You said it, man. You said it. Cool, cool. You want to? Hey, you want to do something later? Do something like what? You know, hang out, just the two of us. Howard, are you trying to flirt with me? Why, is it working? Is it working? Howard, you barely asked me anything. You gotta be more fun about it, man. Charming, fun and real, you know? Oh, okay, how about a redo? Of course, man, we'll workshop it together. Together we're gonna turn you into a fucking killer. How's that sound? But, not like an actual killer, right?
Huh.
Picture it, Howie. You're at a party, tunes are blasting, booze and smoke heavy in the air. Vibes are fan-fucking-dope-tastic. I'm a artsy cutie, and I think you're cute. What do you say? I say I'm a photographer, and I want to take a picture of you. Oh, just a picture? I'll tell you, I'll take as many as you'll let me. I was expecting to get more out of that one. What makes you think that? You're a great subject. Smooth, Howie. Now we're getting somewhere. What's next, huh? What's your next move? Okay, probably invite you to meet up, take some pictures. Good move, basic, solid, sweet. There's hope for you yet, Howie. Saying like I bring you to my dorm room and take your picture. That's kind of a little too fast. If you say so, let's keep going. No one has ever told me about that before. Thank you.
Huh.
Next up, for the sake of practice, hit me with a pickup line. What do you say? Do you like raisins? Man, these are all horrible. Hey, are you a branch? You can stick with me anytime. That's really stupid, Howard. Guess I'll just leave then. Yeah, that's a good one. Are you just gonna keep giving me tree puns? Guess I'm in a sappy mood. Alright, you're such a nerd, but it's not awful. I guess there's something charming about it. I guess you pass. Very gracious of you, and what's next? Alright, time to seal the deal. The party's slowing down, and neither one of us have plans. What do you do? I'm starving. You want to get some salted nut? Okay, that's bad. Do you live nearby? You want me to walk you home? You want to come back to my place to bang? Okay, that's a tough one. Because it either go either way. You could be a creep or really sweet. You're gonna have to make a statement as to which. I swear I'm not a creep. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. This is really dark outside, could be dangerous. I tell her where I live, and we can team up, and that we could team up for the walk.
Yeah.
Smooth like peanut butter, man. A clear invitation and not too pushy. I dig it. You're learning, man. Nah, I'm literally just a decent person. Alright. That's enough flirting for today. Not bad, Howard. A little rusty, but you've got some moves. I don't think you're going to have much trouble getting around. I had a good teacher. Sometimes all it takes is a little workshopping, man. A little jam. Now, go put on another album. I want to hear what else you guys got. Alright, cool.
Hey!
Oh! You picked up on why it's Radiohead's least song they did. Oh, I'm sorry. Was it that Oh, that's great, man. We should hang out with her and with her in her roomie more often, honestly. Also, she asked us to turn it up. You have a similar taste in music, man. Obviously, Freya is one of the good ones, man. She knows what it's all about. Very true. Anyways, I didn't figure you were Freya's type. How'd it go? You know what? Pretty good. Really? What? She told you that? Kind of workshopped it more than anything, but yeah. Sure. Well, help or not, I doubt she'd lie to you. If she said you did good, I'd say you did good. As expected. Laugh it up, nerd. This was just a practice. I'm sure you wouldn't have gotten far with Frasier if I didn't know her. You saying this one doesn't count? I'm not saying that. Either way, I guess you don't need me to sab my sagely advice after all. Not right now, anyway. And that's fine. Your loss, loser. Another point for Howard, that's all. Sure, that'll bump you up from 0 to something like 3. To a score like 3 to 42. I'll accept that. So what was all this about?
Hey.
The flirting stuff? Just messing with you mostly. I want you to be okay, dude. I want you to do things that you want to do, you know? You don't need to take care of me, man.
Aw.
Fuck that. Yes, I do. I look out for you, man, because I know you do the same. Not a lot of people have that. And a few ever know they did until they don't. What's got you so worked up? I don't know, dude. Just that we talked about earlier. Time's changing and stuff. It's okay, man. Don't worry. It's just how I feel, Howie. I'm just saying I'm glad you're my dude, man. My brother, bro. My friend, you know? That's never gonna change, man. Trust me. I know. I trust that. I trust you. Sweet. Pass me another beer, man. Well, we're out of stuff to drink, man. Only one thing left to do. Going to sleep. Fuck yeah. No, getting more beer. Oh, getting more beer. Fuck yeah. That's right. Come on, dude. There's a guy I want to meet on the way. Sells cigs for cheap. And has a bunch of other stuff, too. Alright, man. Lead the way. So I think, yeah, we have. We'll go through one more rotation here, and then we'll call it May 15th. Renee Wilson. Food's on the table. Counter's a mess. Lucas is impatiently fiddling with cutlery. He just got home from work and now he's waiting for you to join him. Dinner's ready. No point in dragging it out. You know, like stack things? You're gonna make me run the whole, like... Almost done, just the garbage left. I like put it in the... Do I have a garbage disposal? Oh no, it's trash bin. Hand wash dishes, I know this pain. Yes. Yes, the old-fashioned way. Get in the trash bin. There you go. There, all done. Clean them dishes, Renee. Breaking news. The lights are off now.
Hi.
Hey, hon. You all done? Come on, let's have dinner. I was actually thinking of eating in the office. There's still so much work I need to do. Babe, can we just spend some time together? There's plenty of time to work tomorrow. Come on. Get that butt over here. Gonna have to wait for this butt a little longer. I haven't had dinner yet. I'll work later. Nice and tidy for once. Is that a reference to Inherit the Earth? This is a nice big apartment for somebody who's like just started off working in the press industry, even in the olden times.
finished? Come on, babe. It's getting cold. Sure, let's eat.
Aye.
Great. Looks delicious, babe. Don't know why you keep putting your own cooking down. I think you're a great chef. I get a lot of practice. When are you going to start cooking? I try. How was your day? Oh, don't get me started. Tiring, exhausting, but I made it back in one piece, I suppose. Are the computer terminals playing nice with you? Har har, and yes, it's much of a pain lately. I'll believe when I see it. Guess we'll never find out then. Now come on, your turn. How was your day? You sure you want to talk about it? Our last conversation about it the other day was a little tense, sure. As long as it's about work, I don't mind. How's it going? Well, I looked into similar cases. You did, and what did you find? They never affect, well, certain kinds. I'm sure fires don't care about what kind you are, Renee. They certainly seem to avoid Gastown, though. Well, Gastown's more modern, safer, cleaner, I guess. More precautions that have to be taken. Less crime than anywhere else, too. And why do you think that is? It's a richer neighborhood, Renee. What do you want me to say? It's a predator district, Lucas. A home for apes. What are you talking about, Renee? What do apes have to do with this? Nothing's being done to stop these fires, these killings. So what? The apes hate half the population? Is that what you're saying? They just want them dead? It's not hate, Lucas. It's indifference. Indifference? To the people of the city? You don't really believe that, do you? I think comfort breeds apathy, that's all. But not for you, apparently. What's that supposed to mean exactly? You know, it's not like you. You know what? Forget about it. No, spit it out. Look, I know you work hard, but you don't have to worry about making a living. You're not part of the system in the way most people are. And I think that's why you're being so judgmental. To justify why you're not part of it. Oh, so I need to contribute more before I'm allowed to report on things that matter. You know what I mean. I just think things are a lot more complicated than you're giving them credit. It feels like you're trying to find a villain when there isn't one. All I want is answers. And that's good. That's what you should be doing. But you're assuming the worst of people, and I don't think that you're stopping to consider that some of these people are just trying to do what's best with some really terrible circumstances. And I want to fix those circumstances. Why don't you? Renee, please. I'm sorry. I know this is important to you. I know I'm tense. I know the article means a lot. I just had a really long day. Can we not talk about it now? Why not? I'm tired, Renee. This is serious stuff, and it's...
My head's just not in the right place. I'm exhausted, and I was hoping we could just enjoy dinner together. Fine, I get it. No work talk at the table.
Alright.
Thank you. I know it's hard. I know you care about it. It's just I'm here too. I know, it's fine. Okay. Alright. Anything interesting to share today? No, same old. What about you? Just work. Renee, listen. You know how I feel about the whole thing. I still don't think there's any reason for you to doubt and worry, but regardless of that, there will always be things that we don't see eye to eye on. We're different people. I think that's okay, don't you? That doesn't mean we won't change, Lucas. But what if that change just drives us apart? What then?
Alright.
I'll clear the table. Thanks for dinner, babe. I love you. Do you need any help? Don't worry. I'll manage fine. Thanks. Love you. Don't worry. I'll take care of the cleaning up and the dishes. Thanks for keeping my mind off things. I just worry about you. You carry the world on your shoulders. Cause I found a way to feel the fire from the sky. You agreed to not discuss the case with Lucas during dinner. Yeah, I think we can do like two. I think this is like 4 acts. I think 4 or 5. And I think so. This is going to be the last one for tonight. The dig site, August 21st. Ali Abbas. August 21st, still alive. Might have to stop writing that in here on a daily basis. Artifact aside, I'm starting to feel safer out here than I do back home. Beginning to think about the stories they told us about the outside were no overblown. Maybe the threats have faded over the decades, or maybe they are exaggerated out of an abundance of caution. Either way, I'm not afraid anymore. Just confused. It's been a busy week, lots of equipment to set up, to prepare for testing. Everything seems to be running fine, but it's doing a number on the power grid. Solar panels were covered in dust, spent all day yesterday making sure that they were spotless. I'm exhausted. George is exhausted too. At the very least, it's done. And we've already made a schedule for the next dusting. We'll only need the extra equipment for a few days, I'd bet. I'm looking forward to getting some work done, in all honesty. George says HQ rarely entrusts this kind of top-shelf equipment to our guys of our pay grade. Have to wonder why. Ever since we told them about the artifact, HQ has been especially cold. They weren't exactly chatterboxes to begin with, but their tones now much feel colder. All we get are the barest of instructions, devoid of any emotion or empathy. I rule out that they're jealous of our find. Alright, getting ready for bed, Strangelove. As I said, this is going to be the last segment that we do for tonight. Fieldwork has always been busy in the eyes of the higher-ups, but now we're about to lay claim to one of the biggest finds in ages. And I'm just glad we're so far outside the wall. It'll be days before they can send someone to intervene. What's the last sentence? We lay claim to one of the biggest finds in ages, and I'm just glad that we're so far outside the walls. We're remaining within protocol, mostly, just expediting it. HQ still refuses to tell us how to proceed. It's been almost a week, and await further instructions all they'll give us. We've decided to push forward, with or without their blessing. I convinced George of that. George cares about the procedure for the work itself, not our fealty. That's why he's been on this job for decades, and also why he hasn't moved past it. He's too focused on the details to miss the bigger picture. I had to make him realize that this find is too important for us to sit idly by. This is a discovery the likes of which has never been seen. If something like this were to happen to it while we wait around hoping HQ to make a decision, I don't think either of us would be able to forgive ourselves. Frankly, I've grown frustrated with HQ lately. I've had my frustrations and my concerns, but the past few days have proven HQ are clueless regarding our situation and how they should manage it. Either way, I'm excited to start testing. I think that George's influence, for the first time since we started working together, or I think that's George's influence. For the first time since we started working together, he seems to actually care about something beyond the task that he's been assigned to him. There's a light behind his eyes, almost like a man possessed. In our first phase of experiments, George and I will be testing the artifact to see how it reacts to other elements. Given its unpredictable nature, George and I will be taking every possible precaution at our disposal. George is more experienced in fieldwork, so I'll be following his lead. George doesn't want to entertain any theories at all at this point, as he fears it will cloud our judgment. His main concern is figuring out the chemical composition of the artifact and using that information to trace its origins. I tend to agree with his approach. Given the artifact's unpredictable nature, George and I will be taking every possible precaution currently at our disposal as we move forward. I'll do my best to document each step once it's done. That's all. Time to get to work. Can't let George hedge me, wish me more comfortable again. Kept making fun of me these days for the last straight time. I'll be damned. He's actually tidied up a bit. A little bit, at least. On a clear day, you could see pretty far from here. Still can't see the city, though. Just sand. Rare to see the temp chambers. They're this clean. There's usually spills and stains from the smartass trying to heat or cool and drink them.
Here, take this.
What's this?
A sample. A small one. But a sample still. Managed to cool it down a bit. Wriggling little bastard.
Let's not give it a personality. For all we know, it's just chemicals.
Takes the edge off, though, doesn't it? Go on. You can call it Bobby.
I'm not calling it Bobby.
Joshua is fine, too.
Fine, what do you propose we do with Joshua?
Well, everything is set up. Time to begin testing.
Glad to see you so enthusiastic about my suggestion.
What can I say? You made a strong case for it, and I expect you to keep that up. What should we focus on?
I'd like to know exactly what it's made up of. Chemically, I mean.
Well, I've already started determining the chemical structure of this thing, but it's left me with some strange questions.
Anything I can do to help?
Most definitely. I've got a list. Well, before we get to that, first things first. I've established that the artifact is most certainly organic.
Is it alive?
So it would seem. The same way a plant or an amoeba or a cell is, I suppose. Sentience? Sapience? Too soon to say. Black glue never really screamed intelligence in my book, but it's been a strange couple of days. Hopefully Alonzo's not still here. He's going to take insulting to that. Let's see.
I see. Have you tested out Hesiodorex's other non-organic matter?
Just very briefly, it adopts to forces very quickly, and almost molds itself to fit into whatever its current environment is.
I'll need more details on that.
My working hypothesis is that this thing is constructed out of tissue similar to muscles, albeit a lot more fluid, and its resting state appears to be wet, relaxed, and mostly a liquid form.
And it adapts its state when it's exposed to certain elements?
I think it's best to see for yourself. Try to change one of the properties individually. See if you can make it wet, relaxed, and solid, leaving the rest as it is.
Change liquid to solid, understood.
Let me know how it goes. I'll be here if you need me. I'll let you know if I need something. So it's wet, liquid, and relaxed. So I need to make it cooling spray. Feel a sudden chill and a blast of cold air exits the chamber. The sample almost reacts immediately, returning to the state you found it in. Ah, okay.
No bother. We've got everything we need set up already. Here's our chemical equipment. Not too familiar with it, but it should agitate the sample at the very least. Alright, the sample goes in the dish, and then in the center. After that, I need to either heat the solution on the right, or turn the faucets on the left. This should heat up the dilution solution. There, samples agitated and wet.
You're going to do something now, or you're just going to stand around nursing it?
You're one to talk, you've barely moved.
How's it going? Any progress? What's my target state again? We need to make it wet, relaxed, and solid. Any luck so far? I'll go back to it.
Alright, agitated and liquid. Alright, so that's not what we wanted it.
Just relax it. Agitated and wet.
This is a humidity and corrosion chamber. Should be good for humidifying or drying out a sample. Okay. Increases humidity. Agitates, solidify. Now it's agitated and solid. So I need to get it relaxed. Temperature chamber, steam temperatures. Liquefy or dry, probably both. Max and solid to be expected. No. That's such an easy task, is it?
Never mind that. It looks like you managed to sort it out. Strange, isn't it?
Easy enough, but strange.
Bet you never thought in your life you'd be able to experiment with a tiny blob of glue, huh?
Whatever happened to Joshua?
Oh, you've come around. Alright then. I bet you never thought you'd never experiment on little Joshua either.
Not really, no.
Well, with that out of the way, I'll need you to start testing out some of my hypothesis.
Your hypothesis being what exactly?
This thing survived as long as it did. I presume due to it being in a relaxed fluid state, hibernation of some sort, I'd wager, slowing down any and all gestation to conserve energy. That's the logical conclusion, at least from a biological standpoint.
I'm not a biologist, but that sounds about right to me.
There you go. The question then becomes, how far can we push it? And I think this thing is capable of taking whatever form it chooses. Want this to sample more extreme elements? Within reason. Under ordinary circumstances, I'd be a bit more wary, but this, to me, seems like a crucial step in determining exactly what we're dealing with here.
We pushed it out of its comfort zone, then.
Exactly. I'll need dry, agitated, and solid. Get to it, Alaya.
Dry, agitated, and solid. Alright, we'll give it a try.
Agitated and dry. I think this one here. So we can... My hours never improve. It's making time to be with friends. That's the part that hurts. Oh, sorry, strange love. And now it's agitated and solid. I just need to dry it out. Okay, it's solid and dry, liquid and dry. And now it's agitated and solid. You're gonna do something with that sample, or you're just gonna go around nursing it? Don't even joke about nursing this thing. It's unsettling enough as it is. Anyways, looks like you got it. Yeah, that's what I was hoping to see, I suppose. But now that I see it, I don't really know what to make of it. It's unsettling to work with. That's to say the least. You don't say. It'd be remarkable observing this thing. Remarkable and, well, unsettling. Should I be concerned? Well, it ate something, or not quite. I placed a corn puff next to it, and the sample began to spread over the surface, seeping into whatever cracks there was in the surface, and then it just stayed there. You said it ate? Did it start to break it down? The outmost layer, yes. It just latched onto the rest. It didn't even try to begin breaking down the rest of the piece I gave it. Once I pulled it out, it was dry as before, like someone had just licked it. What do you make of it? You tell me. It's alive, must be. An organism, then. That's unlike any microbial culture I've ever seen. Then again, this is the furthest I've ever been from the city. So a type of primitive life form capable of sustaining itself in the wasteland. I was thinking something similar, yes. I think that's a lot. I think there's a few simple tests we could do to see whether or not it's the reality of the situation. What do you need? We're close. It being dry and solid makes sense, but the way it handled that piece of food... Try making it dry, agitated, and liquid. Dry and liquid at the same time? Wouldn't be unheard of chemically. In an organism, however, that would be quite remarkable. Not sure I have hopes, but I'll try it out. I think that was this one. Okay, now it's liquid and dry. Yeah, I mean, the
problem is like once you're in, like that's the problem I have. It's like I'm very much used to being in survivor mode, and even though it's like I don't technically need to be as much anymore, it's still like ingrained. Good luck, Strangelove. Have a good night. Aren't you hot in that hat, Eli? Eli, it's scorching today. Quite the contrary. Keeps the sun out of my face. Anyway, I see you made progress. Anything out of the ordinary this time? No, it's just boggles the mind to see it this malleable. I see what you mean. For her to adopt this readily, well, it certainly looks like our hypothesis was correct. What exactly have we learned then? It's, well, an organism. I think you knew that, but this all but proves it. I have to say you were right. This couldn't wait. Glad we started with the experiments today. After all this is done, maybe the two of us can continue to collaborate. After this, yeah, one could hope, I guess. We'll see. So what now? Right. Well, as it stands, we've got a living thing on our hands. Some type of potentially sapient organism that was buried underground for Shepherd knows how long. Are there others out there? We both know that we're not the only expedition science team sent out, but we're the only ones here. Sounds like there are other sites. Maybe those expeditions uncovered the same thing. How long has this thing been here? Who knows? The site isn't old enough for reliable carbon dating. It certainly looks old enough to have been out here for what, a century? 2? 3? So someone lived here at some point. No idea. It's eerie. I'm not entirely sure what happened to them either. Never heard of a civilization outside the walls. What would they survive on? Rocks and sand? How come we don't know anything about them? I don't know. All I know is that the two of us are stuck out here in the desert, along with a pod of creepy black goo that was locked away 5 meters underground in a bunker. And we just found out it's alive, and it eats things. Could you have phrased it any worse, George? Just trying to lighten the mood. In lieu of more definitive conclusions, I don't know what to think. Come on, I know you. You must have some kind of opinion on this. Me? Nah. You're the driving force behind this, if anything. Let's hear what you have to say. Go on. We don't know what the effects of this could have on people. It should be studied far away from the city, by a small team, us. You sure about that? Clearly this thing is dangerous. You're just not making a compromise out of pride. We can't bring it into the city and endanger more life safer like this. And we get to stay out here and do a possible noble self-sacrifice in the name of science? Shit, alright, I'm down. We might need to play it up, scare HQ a bit, so they take us seriously. I'm not sure, Eli. Not sure they'd buy it. Look, man. This has been a day and a half. You mind marking down our progress and conclusions in the research ledger? I think I need to clear my head. Sure. Where is it again? Should be in the tent on the table. Sure thing. Nice knowing you. Yeah, that would have been hilarious. I didn't feel in character, though. You and George agreed that the artifact should be contained in a secluded location and studied by a small team of experts in order to minimize the risks. All right. All right, that's going to conclude today's stream. Very interesting so far. Can I save a new one? Save. Saving is not possible at the moment. Why is it not possible? Should be able to save it between scenes. It's just dumb. Age 24, Blockworth. Okay, then, like, okay, that's kind of dumb. That's really dumb. So, I guess we're going to keep going until it lets me save. That's kind of really dumb. Okay, that's... Sorry. Like, that's dumb. Like, they should... Like, that is like the... Like, if there's any time a person's going to save, it's going to be in the freaking menu between acts. Like, why would you not let me save? That's dumb. Alright, anyways. We're here. It's so distant, I can't even see the high-rises from here. That's why it's a good spot. No one comes here, not even homeless junkies. Damn's too loud. No one except us, you mean? Doesn't make this whole area any less inhospitable. Listen, Clara, stay by the car, won't you? I'll be back a second. Why? This is no place for you. It's rough, filthy, unpleasant. Sooner we get back to the city, the better. You don't have to protect me, Uncle. Never argued you couldn't handle yourself, but this is not going to be nice. I already came this far. It'd be ridiculous to stay back and wait now. Look, I barely convinced your father that it was right for you to come along, but that doesn't mean he approves. Like it or not, Clarissa, you're on a very short leash. My father needs to see that I'm capable. That's why I'm here. Carlo is old-fashioned. You know that. Having a capable daughter isn't exactly one of his aspirations. Neither was having a daughter in the first place.
Oh, hey.
He still loves you, Clarissa. You don't even believe that yourself, do you? No. But I wish I could. Wish a lot of things were simpler. Come on, let's go. Okay, here we go. Alright. So, we'll see what they're up to next time. Alright, I like it so far. We'll be back with more next time. Have a good one, everybody.